Hello, welcome back. So today we're going to discuss something that I've been getting a lot of questions about, which is my cooktop. I'm using an induction burner. Not just any induction burner, I use the Breville Control Freak. I've had a lot of questions as to why I use induction. I've had a lot of questions of what is induction. So let's go over the basics. An induction cooktop is essentially a magnetic ring with a ceramic plate on top. Electricity goes into the magnetic ring and then up into the pan, which creates a vibration within the iron molecules in a cast iron or a stainless steel pan. From the vibrations going back and forth, they heat up. That's a very basic description of what's actually happening here. Let's go over the pros real quick. Number one, they're 90% efficient and only getting better every single day. One of the best things about the induction burner is the fact that the pan itself is what's heating up, not the cook surface. As you can see, I have my hand directly on the cook surface right now. It is getting some residual heat from the pan itself, but the glass is not heating up. Only the pan is. So what that means is, start with the 100%. We have 100% energy going into our induction cooktop. 90% of that is being used to heat up your pan. How does that compare to, say, an electric hob or a gas? So much better in every single way. An electric stove, that means the most high end on the market, have about a 70 to 80% efficiency rating. We're talking the most high end. Some of those range in the $7,000 to $8,000 per unit. And then you're thinking, like, gas, it has to be more efficient. It's instant heat. I can feel the heat. They're about 32% efficient. So out of the 100% of gas that's being pumped in to make your flame, you're only getting about 32% of the actual power or the BTUs. So you're seeing all these big numbers of 60,000 BTUs, 70,000 BTUs, 100,000 BTUs. So if you have 100,000 BTUs coming out of your stove, you're actually only getting about 32,000. So if gas stoves were as efficient as an induction burner, you'd be getting 90,000 BTUs opposed to only 32,000. Another benefit of induction, you have no excess heat coming off your stove. All the heat is directly into your pan. Again, all the heat being generated from induction is the pan itself. Now, a lot of people online are going to say, oh, the glass doesn't get hot at all. That's true around the edges. But since the induction cooktop is heating up the pan, there will be residual heat wherever the pan is touching. So that it will be hot, but not nearly as hot as, say, like a coil burner or a gas stove. Hottest point right there at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's talk about cleanup now. Why is it better than your traditional gas or electric? Well, with your gas or electric stove, you have to pull off the burner, you have to pull up the grates, you have to clean around every little edge. With a damp cloth, you can just wipe down your surface. And one other incredible pro to induction compared to all other cooktops is how fast things heat up. When you turn on your induction burner, you have instant heat. It takes seconds for your pans to get hot. I'm not cheating here. Watch how quickly a cup of water comes to a boil on the induction burner. Now, comparatively speaking, see how slowly it comes to a boil on my electric range. Two minutes, 39 seconds. Twice as long as induction. One of the negatives about induction can be that if you already have a full set of pans that you purchased that are not iron-based, something like aluminum or copper, they do not work on induction because you need a magnetic source to heat up. Now I know what you're saying. You're saying, I love my gas stove though. There are actually other reasons why you should not have gas in your home anymore. About 1 in 8 children are suffering from asthma these days, caused by pollutants in the air. One of the main polluters in our house is actually our stove. Even when you're not cooking, your stove is releasing nitric oxide, methane, and benzene into the air. And myself, I was thinking, it can't be that much, right? New studies have shown that homes with gas stoves have up to 400% more nitric oxide, methane, and benzene in the air, even with the stoves off. It's also been brought up that the induction burners, since it's a glass top, they're super fragile. That's not the case anymore. That was the case 5 years ago. But with the new technology they're using, these are incredibly sturdy glass tops and incredibly scratch resistant. Induction really is the future of cooking. Many professional kitchens are switching over to induction for many reasons. And maybe you should think about doing it in your own home. And a huge benefit for someone like myself who is off somewhere cooking in someone's home or off site where I have to be in the backyard cooking is my brother's incredibly mobile. So when I'm going into someone's home as a private chef, I don't have to worry about what they have to cook on because I brought my own stove. And almost every single tabletop induction burner runs off a standard home plug. So if you're looking for a couple induction burners for your own home or for maybe your small business, links in the description for which ones I think you should buy. Until next time, I'm Ron the Cook.